What up, is Don?
It's Emily here.
We are the Soul Brothers. Back up in it. Versus video.
Versus
Kobe Mentality Deuce.
Dose.
Versus the Kyrie Deuce.
Dose.
Okay, I didn't do the Mentality 2s, you did. So, but I'll kind of touch base on the Kyrie 2.
Okay.
Let's start off with the traction. Kyrie 2 has some of the best traction that there is, that performance basketball has to offer right now.
Yep.
So they're on our colorway. It was a white colorway, so it had a white outsole. Super soft, kind of pliable rubber. Traction pattern is off the charts. It wraps around the toe and the heel for crossovers and stuff. It's amazing. It's real sticky, real squeaky, not too much wiping, and the traction is pretty much a 10.
Yep.
And especially because of some of the pattern, which is namely the pivot point in the forefoot that allows you to really turn easily, is really cool.
Spin around like a
ballerina.
Okay, so the Kobe Mentality 2 is specifically designed for outdoor use, but you can also play indoors, which is what I did. And it's really, really nice. It's actually one of the best tractions I think I've ever used.
Ooh.
The top 5 tractions test shoes video that we did is before I tested the mentalities. So yeah, so I think the mentalities. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna tell you. So mentalities are phenomenal. One of the best tractions I've ever used. You stop super freaking hard, super fast. It's a loud ass squeak, and you barely have to wipe. Right? Just like the Kyrie 2s. The Kyrie 2s, you stop really hard also, but not as hard and as fast as the mentalities. But the one thing I love about the Kyries is the outsole curvature and then the pivot point.
Yeah.
You know, which the mentality does not have. So I think I would go with the Kyries just because there's nothing wrong with the Kyrie. The Kyrie 2 has phenomenal traction.
Right. But they're not going to be as good outdoors.
Oh yeah. But I don't play outdoors.
Yeah.
So I think I would go with the Kyrie 2s.
Yeah.
But if you're going to play outdoors, go with the mentalities. If you're going to play indoors, you can't go wrong with either of them. I'm just saying the pivot point and the outsole curvature is amazing for cuts and crossovers.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so for the cushion in the Kyrie 2, they took some of they invented a new material that's harder than diamonds. Right? That's what they did.
Oh shit.
Nike's been hard at work, and they put it in there so you get full response. No, it's just full Phylon midsole with 2 zoom units. One zoom unit.
Or 0. Doesn't matter.
Who knows?
Can't feel it.
But it's super, super stiff and hard. That's what she said. But the cushion does supply a lot of response, and you do get some court feel, which is great if you're trying to do what Kyrie Irving's trying to do.
Yeah.
Right? But if you want some impact protection and you're an old boy like me and you got weak knees, then you're going to want something a little softer.
Yeah, fun fact is, did you know that Kyrie, his PEs, his player exclusive shoes, actually have full length zoom in it?
No way.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
Yeah. And Nike's fucking us over with shit ass zoom units in the heel, small ass zoom. Anyways, they gotta keep the price down.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the Mentality 2 has drop in Lunarlon midsole, which I do not like. I don't really like dropping Lunarlon. It bottoms out way too fast.
Yeah.
And when I play in it for a really long time, I get shin splints. There's supposed to be good impact protection in the shoe, but I just don't feel it when I play in it. So I don't know. For me, it's just a tie.
Yeah.
You know, people are probably gonna hate me and say Lunarlon is amazing and shit, but I don't really like it.
I actually like Lunarlon and like some of the runners.
Yeah.
But those are not drop-in midsoles.
Yeah. The
drop-in Lunarlon midsole, is not. I don't love it either.
You know the reason is because someone explained it in the comments. I forgot what your name was, but he said that if it's so he has Lunarlon right here, right?
Yeah, this is Lunarlon.
Yeah, that's Lunarlon. But the reason why this is
nice.
Yeah, the reason why this is nice is because it can expand. But the drop-in is caged in basically by the whole shoe, so it can expand, which probably makes it like not as nice. So for me, both the cushions, I didn't really like it too much.
Call it a tie?
Yeah, call it a tie.
All right. Moving on to the upper, Kyrie Irving 2. What did he use?
That's awesome.
He used the Phylon.
You used the Phylon?
That's what he used in the midsole. But he did use a bunch of hyperfuse with like mesh and a lot of glue and plastic and drywall. So it's a pretty stiff upper, but it does break in and it does supply a lot of support. It's definitely not soft, and it's by no means one of the more premium feeling materials, but it is sturdy. It was a little cumbersome for me. I don't love it. They do have a big midfoot strap. That's kind of cool. Locks you down a little bit, but it does kind of get caught on the other shoe sometimes.
Yeah.
Come off, and also if your lace even gets within a centimeter of it, it completely deconstructs.
Yeah. So the Mentality 2 has...
Oh, but then there's also composite mesh
in the ankle.
In the ankle collar, which is really nice, actually.
Which is nice, yeah. I like that material. So in the Mentality 2s, they use a material called Flyweave, and it feels a lot less premium than the KD8s. The KD8s are a lot softer, but I'm not mad at the material. It does break in, it gets soft, but not as soft as the KD8s. So for materials, I don't know. Kyrie 2s, I didn't like the hyperfuse that much, but it wasn't that bad. The composite mesh I really enjoyed. It felt really nice around my ankle. The Mentality 2s, they were a nice material, but they still kind of felt a little cheap. So I'm leaning toward the Mentality 2s a little bit. So I guess the win goes to the Mentality 2s, but they're still around the same.
Right. Okay, fit, support, lockdown. The Kyrie 2 is pretty good in all those categories. Fit is pretty solid, runs true to size. Support is decent. It's like a mid, so you get a little bit of ankle support, but it's not too crazy. Lockdown is also really good. Heel lockdown is pretty good as well.
Yep. Mentalities, the fit for me was way better in the Mentalities, just because the material went right around my foot. It felt more of like a one-to-one fit, like a sock-like fit. So the fit goes to the Mentalities, just by a little bit though. Kyrie 2s were still good for me. The support, I would have to go with the Kyries, just because it is a mid, and the materials do not stretch at all, so it gives a lot more support for lateral cuts and crossovers. And then for the lockdown, I would give it a tie, because the Mentalities, my heel was not moving at all in both the shoes, and my forefoot was not moving at all in both the shoes. So
right. Okay, as far as ventilation, which one was better?
Mentality 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Durability.
Mentality 2, just because the fucking strap kills the laces.
Yeah.
And the composite mesh, it was just horrible.
Yeah, and the rubber outsole is a little softer too.
Yeah, and that too.
Right. Okay. Now aesthetics.
Kyrie 2, for me.
Yeah, I'll go Kyrie 2.
Yeah. Did you see the on Nike ID has the gold?
Yeah,
strap?
that's dope. There's some cool shit you can do.
Yeah, on Nike ID.
On Nike ID in general, but also on the Kyrie, you can put those crazy patterns on it.
Oh yeah, that's
like
cool
too.
It
almost looks like graffiti or handwriting. So that's really dope.
Yeah.
Okay, so wrapping it up, price wise, what's the difference?
Price wise, Mentality 2s I think were like $100, 105, or I think it was 100, and then the Kyrie 2s are like 125.
Yeah,
I think.
So if you had to play in one, which would you take?
Kyrie 2s.
Okay.
Because I don't know, I just love the fucking traction.
Yeah.
You know, that outsole curvature just feels so natural with that movement right here.
Yeah.
You know, and then the cushions are both the same. If it was a better cushion than the Mentality, I'd probably pick the Mentalities, but yeah, and then the materials are pretty much the same. Fit / support / lockdown were basically the same for me.
Right.
And the Kyries are mid, which I love ankle support. So.
Yeah. All right, so there it is. The choice is yours. We told you everything we know about the shoes, and hopefully we helped you out. Of course, if we can find any links for the shoes, we'll put them below, and you can cop them. There's a bunch of colorways out in both of them. More colorways in the Kyries, but a lot of them are sold out, huh?
Yeah. Fuck, dude. I'm sorry, guys. Like, my contacts are dry as shit.
Yeah.
And I keep blinking.
Anyways, make sure you check us out on our other channel called Trenzy. It's up there. If you want to watch us a little more, we do top 10 videos and other stuff. And we have our social media stuff up here too. And also we appreciate if you like the video, if you like it. down below. My name is Don.
Samuel here.
We are the Soul Brothers. Later.
Peace.